Anyway, so Haaland watches our podcast because I thrashed him and said he's not fit for the team, and then he
You
went
owe
on
him an
and-
apology.
I don't know him an apology. I still feel the same way.
Bullshit. I'm gonna put up a screenshot of his story today. His story, you know what? I'm gonna get it now before you delete it. Yeah,
The Haaland.
no, watch this. Watch this.
Put on the camera, bro. Show
Rocket
the
and a
camera.
robot, not a human. Look,
Show the camera.
You can't really see it. I'll pop it up. It's spoiled brats, cuz these days. What do you
This
expect?
He's not made for our team. He's not made for our squad. We do a much better job with Alvarez there, and I still feel the same way.
Yeah, you can. Let's start off with the
You
biggest
know what I
one.
love now? People can actually see his reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So these.
It used- Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back here on the couch. It's another Monday recording, dropping Tuesday. My name is Sui. I'm in a AC Milan kit today because we have Champions League fever. And I'm joined here with my brother Tanaka.
How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We got the new camera setups, you know. We're bougie now, yeah? So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, I don't know what you're waiting for because we're bougie now. This is what you wanted? They want us to be bougie, professional. Got my white slides on, cuz. Come on, bro. Are you serious? What
Went
is
from
it?
a $300 GoPro to
300, don't take credit, man. My pocket still hurts. That was like 750, bro. That
it's useful.
yeah, nah, it's good. It's good.
Oh yeah, how you going?
Yes. Yeah, when I was telling you about bougie, this is what I was talking about. Keep the camera on yourself, bro. Okay?
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, Memz.
Hey guys, my name's Memz. Usually, I am behind the camera, behind the scenes, directing the boys what to talk about. But now I got my own camera. We're almost on 300 subscribers.
Yeah, 297, bro.
297.
Come on, 3 more this
Come on,
week.
3 more,
Surely
man.
we can do that.
This episode needs to generate 3 more subscribers. Please, guys, smash
We're
that.
dropping 2
subscribe
eps this week just for you guys.
button. We are
3.
dropping. Yeah.
3, my bad.
3.
Yeah.
We're busy, man. We're working.
Hey,
I
if
told
you're
you.
a UFC fan and a football fan and you're watching this, make sure you go check out our UFC episode right after. They're dropping at the same time.
Or if you're coming from the UFC, welcome to the soccer chat.
It's like a flow.
Casuals.
Yeah, man. Welcome back, boys.
It's good to be back, bro. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
Interesting weekend.
Yeah, I had a bit
We
of a detox of sports this weekend.
Yeah.
Not really a detox because our whole life revolves around sport, but it was just hot. Went to the beach. Tried to sleep early, so I missed a bit of the UFC, but that's all good. We watched that again after. But yeah, man, it's been a not the standard week. It's been a bit
So-
different.
Since we last recorded,
What's happened?
they drew. The Champions League was drawn. Okay. We watched it together. Well, not watched it together, but we were talking while it was being drawn. So on one side we've got the group of death. and
That's
on-
the best side as well.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love that.
It's
Yeah.
absolute chaos, and on the other side we've got underdogs.
One sec, let me shake Tanaka's hand. We're not in Champions League anymore, so
Why are we even talking about it? We've got no permission straight.
you know what I told you at the start of this? But I told you at the start of this is Tanaka, you gotta let your grudge and anger go to other teams. I know you don't really care because we're doing a sports
No,
podcast.
I don't care. Like, it's going to sound cooked, but I don't really care about the Champions League. I
know.
haven't cared about it all season. Like, I care more about Europa than Champions League.
Of course, your team's in there. That's why.
Yeah.
I get that, and I'm probably gonna be joining you next season. We'll swap positions, but bro, the Champions League. I don't know. For me, I like watching football as a neutral.
Good footy, man. It's good footy.
Yeah, like as a neutral, I love watching. If I can watch a game, and like I was telling you the other day, I watched Forest and Everton. It was like 2 weeks ago, and you've never seen me this happy. Like you were probably like in the group chat. What's wrong with this bloke? 'Cause shut up, bro. It's like 1 a.m. on a Sunday. What's wrong with this Monday morning? I just love it, bro. It's fun when you got nothing to lose.
And it's not your team, bro. It's good
Yeah,
to
it's
watch.
like, oh, big drip, you know? You're looking at this, you're looking at that. So, yeah, bro, I'm excited for the Champions League. But run us through the groups. What's happening? Who's drawn who? Yeah. Let's start off with the
You
biggest
know what I
one.
love now? People can actually see his reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So these.
He used to go quiet for a bit, and then he just used to be like, when's anyone going to talk? And then it's Mem's voice and on someone else.
Yeah.
But now we get to see your reaction, bro. Hit me up. What's going on? Talk to
So
me.
we got Bayern. I'm not too happy about that draw, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't speak in hand.
I'm not too happy about it, but you know what? If we play the traditional Man City football that we just watched, you know, the fluidity with someone to stick it into the back of the net, we can destroy Bayern Munich. I don't think they're a tough opponent. Tough to play against, tough occasion for us, but we shouldn't be losing to them.
Yeah. For me, if you win that game, if you don't win that game, you don't deserve to win the Champions League. Like it's very simple.
Of course.
Because I know Bayern are good and stuff, but it's the best of the best now. You know what I mean? It's whoever's made it to the end. So that whoever has that push in them that can go further is who wins it. But man, I don't know. I think City. I don't think City lose this round. I think they'll lose in the next round. I don't know who they versus. Can you? I don't know who's. So City play Bayern.
City play Bayern. PSG play
The PSG are out, aren't they?
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chelsea PSG. I mixed them up now. They're the same club.
Just splashing cash
Yeah,
everywhere.
Chelsea play Real Madrid,
Real
and the
Madrid.
winners of those two games play each other. So that decides the group of death.
Teams that have beat them in the
I love it.
Champions
Then
League
you
before.
Then you got Inter and Napoli, or AC Milan and Napoli.
Inter's versus
Benfica.
Benfica. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
and AC Milan and Napoli on the other side, and they play each other in the semi-finals. So you're gonna have an underdog.
I love it, bro. I'm actually excited, and for me, I think Bayern and City and Man City should win. I don't think Bayern are who they are anymore, bro. Straight out, like the midfield is still good. They still have them attacking players, but a lot of the times Choupo-Moting's saving them in the Bundesliga, and they just lost to Bayer Leverkusen. I think Xabi Alonso's doing an amazing job there, but yeah, I don't know. It could go either way, bro. It's one of those games where you don't count. Are you playing away for home first or
Home first.
oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
That's where the cookie crumbles when you're away.
Yeah.
Painful, man. I don't know. What do you think? You think you win?
We can't lose.
No.
We can't. I would
We
say
cannot lose. They even said it in Pep's voice, huh?
Yeah,
We cannot
We
lose.
cannot lose. More than you believe, we cannot lose.
Tanaka, what do you reckon?
It's interesting. It's gonna be a good tie regardless. Me, I'm on the camp of City can come just chill with us. Or not even us. We're gonna still be in Europe after this tie.
Oh,
but
congratulations! Man.
thank you. The big boys table, remember?
You remember what I said I'd do to that table once we won? Yeah?
Tanaka's at the big boys table in the child, the child vista things. That's Europa League. I'm laughing because I'm gonna be there next year.
Look, I think it's gonna be a good time, man, and I think there's a lot of good one-on-one battles, especially in the middle of the park as well. I know what you spoke about, but I'm just excited to watch. I like watching Bayern. I think Bayern are just they're functional. That's what they are. They won't overplay their hand if they don't need to, but then every now and again they'll pull out some crazy result, like put 7 past you or something like that. I don't think that's going to happen to City. But yeah, man, I think City are in for a tough time. I think it's very hard to gauge where City are because you watch them this past week and up until the game against Leipzig, up until they got that first goal, which whatever you want to call it, it looked like that could have been a long night for them. And then they get that goal, they go score 6. And then, sorry, was it 6 or 5?
8.
Oh.
Haaland scored 5.
Yeah.
No, 7-0.
7, sorry, yeah. They go and score 7 and then you're like, all right. And then they go in the FA Cup and then they go again and get another out. So you're like, well, is City back into full swing or are they not? Because I wouldn't be surprised. I know we're going international break now. If City then went and dropped points to like Palace or something, a team of that sort of caliber. It's very hard to gauge City because they haven't had that consistent 30-game or 20-game run they usually have. So it's like if the best City comes,
Dangerous, bro.
It could be a tough night for Bayern. But I just think over 2 legs, I think if it was a one-off game, I'd be more inclined to really back Bayern hard, But over 2 legs, anything can happen. And with no away goals, man, I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of those ties where the second game goes to extra time and we might even get like pens to decide it or something.
It looks like
that.
one of them games too,
Yeah.
bro. Tough game, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of City's run, Haaland scored 9 goals this week as a player. He scored,
just 9.
He scored more than some teams.
That's
Just 9.
shit. I score more in FIFA because this year.
All right, wait. First of all, I said something about Haaland last week,
Yeah.
and we've got a theory that he watches our podcast.
Yeah, he does.
Go back.
He does.
Yeah,
What? Don't make me say Wallah,
my mate
Ramadan's
wasn't
coming
happy
up.
with
Aye.
you, bro.
Bro.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to my mate. He wasn't happy with you, man.
He wasn't?
He was not happy with
Why?
you. He's got some bones to pick with you.
Why though?
First and foremost, he doesn't like your AK agenda. That's the first one.
Okay.
And that one was just he's like, all right, whatever, I'll let it slide. But the Haaland's not fit for
Yeah,
City.
you have to understand something. I'm going to interrupt. You have to understand something about Memz.
Yeah.
Right? When you're spoiled your whole life, right, football-wise, AK is not good enough for you. Even when he does good, you're like, it's like the rich people when their dad comes home and gets them a white Range Rover. Like those rich girls. And I wanted the freaking pink one. You know what I mean? That's him.
Listen,
Okay, it's good. He's decent. But Memz wants to say like Alphonso Davies playing left back. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
not,
spoiled
not
riches,
at
cuz.
all. When we had Zinchenko, I never complained. When we have Fabian Delph, I never
Mate, but
complained.
I tell you, I know how you.
You're
I-
taking the piss now.
No, I know what you're doing.
Nah, seriously, he's taking the piss. This guy just said he'd take Fabian Delph over Nathan Ake.
In that team back then that we had,
Yeah,
Fabian
but
Delph
look
was
at
important.
Because listen.
look who was next to all Fabian Delph. And Fabian was having cameos and having a game here in the FA Cup here and this. Ake's playing week in, week out.
Delph was playing week in, week out too. He was
Yeah,
not.
but come on, he ended up at left back because wasn't good enough to get a spot in the middle of the park.
Fair. When Zinchenko was there, I never complained.
Yeah, but Zinchenko's about to win the league.
I wish I can argue. I wish I can argue like this about midfielders, but I can't. I got one midfielder we use.
Anyway, so Haaland watches our podcast because I thrashed him and said he's not fit for the team, and then he went.
I am
up
an
and-
apology.
I don't know him an apology. I still feel the same way.
Yeah. Bullshit. I'm gonna put up a screenshot of his story today. His story. You know what? I'm gonna get it now before you delete it. Yeah.
The Haaland.
No. Watch this. Watch this.
Put on the camera, bro. Show
Rocket
the
and a
camera.
robot, not a human. Look.
Show the camera.
Look. You can't really see it, but I'll pop it up. It's spoiled brats, cuz these days. What do you expect?
This is the guy that says he's not fit to wear the City shirt. Come
I didn't
on,
say
bro.
he's not fit to wear the
That's
City
how I.
shirt.
That's what I heard. That's
No.
what
I said he can leave my team if he likes, and I won't be too bothered about it. That's not exactly what I said, but what I meant was he's not made for our team. He's not made for our squad. We do a much better job with Alvarez there, and I still feel the same way.
Yeah, you can feel like that, but when he's
you
windy,
can't have your cake and eat it, man.
Yeah.
You can't come here and say he's not fit for the team, and then that's one of the topics you want to discuss today. Is Haaland scored 9 goals.
and then he bangs 5, and then bangs like the guys just running a mark.
Okay, yeah, and he's gonna do that. Like he's gonna.
But I know you. I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like I get what people say. When people say that, I get what they're saying. I understand because they missed the old Man City where every
Who
game is
misses
4-0, 5-0, 4-0, 5-0. They second half is like a training. Just Gundogan go on, just run amok. You know what I mean? Like we're bored.
Yes, I don't want to have to sit there relying on.
He
the
can't
one
handle.
man.
He can't handle the sport pressure. That's what it is. He can't. He actually can't.
I crack under it. It's bad.
Bro. But yeah,
You've seen me cave like it's really.
Haaland, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, Sabri.
Yeah,
Please.
hey, I think he's subscribed.
No, he's
Probably-
not, cuz.
no, he's
I
doing yoga
I
in the
stalked
training
his IP address. What's it called?
Um,
Can
Yeah.
we talk about Champions League? Can we go on and talk about Champions League? Like our predictions.
yeah, we can-
So you think City will go through?
I think City will go through. Yeah.
Okay, you think City will go through or Bayern?
Oh, back Bayern.
I'm going City just for the fact I know they're going to lose the next one to
Real Madrid.
Madrid, Chelsea.
Real Madrid.
Okay, and then Chelsea, Madrid. Who's winning?
I'm going Chelsea on that one.
You're going-
Unpopular opinion. I'm going to get eaten alive for it, but I'm going Chelsea.
No,
on that.
I actually think they can do it and they can embarrass Real Madrid. But that's all Real Madrid has now. Is the Champions League. You know what I mean? So I think Real Madrid go through. Maybe it's because they've pumped me that many times and I don't think Chelsea, but I don't know. I think Real Madrid go through.
If- I think Real Madrid will go through, but I'd want Chelsea to go through.
Madrid are
because-
beatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course
Madrid
they
are
are.
very beatable.
Of course.
You look at like the El Clasico, they're pretty much Barca's son at the moment.
Mm.
Like, they call
They've
him
been-
Barca daddy.
They've been daddy for
Like how many games this season? I feel like they're always playing every 2 weeks. Those teams, game, El Clasico,
It lost its meaning.
Yeah, like,
definitely.
what is it?
It definitely
Classic.
did. It still means something to him, but Barca's always
So-
been like Real Madrid's dad. But yeah, go on. Sorry, Memz.
No, go.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Barca's always been like
Just a quick one. My friend was there at that game. And
Barca.
yeah, Barca Real Madrid. And apparently there's a nightclub right outside the Barcelona stadium where
It's
after
going
they
off.
win, they go into this nightclub and turn and smash tequila shots and just celebrate.
It's going
and
off.
it's 10 steps away from the stadium.
That's hectic.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's literally, you walk out of the stadium, 10 steps, you walk into a
So
nightclub.
you get a
and
tape measure and you're there.
Yeah,
You just
pretty
open a
much.
tape measure like follow the trail and you're
pretty
there.
much. And then you walk in there and you celebrate the win.
That's hectic, bro.
Yeah, I think it's only open after big games though.
Yeah, it would probably
I
be like an
wonder why.
event thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they lose? Real Madrid parties in there or?
If they lose, it's free shots for the whole night.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. So I think Chelsea. On the other side of the draw.
I don't even want to talk about the other side. That pissed me off so bad.
No, I do. I do.
Ah.
Come on, you gotta give it equal attention. You guys used to get easy.
You know,
draws
Memz, when
until
you know,
stopped
one sec, you know,
playing
Memz, when he
UEFA.
doesn't want to do anything, he starts doing that.
Yeah.
He's like, hurry up, we got no time.
So just because shake.
Yeah, what are you saying on the other side of the draw?
On the other side of the draw, one of my mates, he's an AC fan. Shout out to you, Nuns.
Nons. I'm wearing this for you, but I want
Yeah,
Napoli to
turn
win.
around. You'll love that. You'll love that. That's his favorite ever player.
I'm gonna Nons this for you, brother. I don't know if you can see it, but
Yeah, you can. Just it's in reverse. But yeah, with the AC side, he came at me because he said the comment that I dropped, it's a no-brainer that Napoli are gonna win that game. I think AC, man, his point was that AC, it's Champions League, kind of the same thing we say about Madrid, like Madrid in the league, whatever, but AC, like, but I just think, man, you look at the way Napoli are playing, it's just, I think it's inevitable. That's how
For me, they're the best team in the world right now.
in the world.
Yeah.
Well, this is their competition to prove that.
Their defense.
Yep.
Like, don't forget who they have playing for them. Ndombele, like rejects from Tottenham, Kim Min Jae, someone Mourinho wanted. Their defense is crazy, right? But that attack they have, that Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen's duo is unbelievable. Like like in Serie A, I know Serie A, some teams are not up to the par of everyone else.
I mean, there's teams in a bunch, and then they're just over there.
Yeah. But look, Inter lost. AC, a lot of the
AC, I was looking. AC are winless in their last 4 games.
See what I mean?
Like they drew at Spurs, they lost the last game.
But that could be another reason why
that
could be another reason why they're pushing Champions League, because they got nothing to win.
Yeah, but if you were gonna take that approach, if that's why they're pushing the Champions League, like I watched the game against Spurs, they're quite ordinary, man.
They were, yeah.
Like they were very
Spurs
ordinary.
could have scored and should have scored.
And if we watch the Prem, so we know what Spurs are about, and we know Spurs are. You don't see Spurs in your versing Spurs unless you're Memz. And you don't go, oh wow, like I've got Spurs this week.
Yeah, like it's like the cursed one.
Yeah, like you look at Spurs and you just kind of go, yeah, Spurs. Like,
yeah, I get
you
that.
don't really think you worry about Spurs. So I just think on that side of the draw, I think Benfica I can see getting over Inter quite easily.
They're a big trip team,
I think in terms of quality of football, the best semi-final to get would be Benfica versus Napoli. That would be
a cracker. That would be
a
like
ripper of a game.
That would be like the teams that are gonna make the most money next summer because of all the sales they're gonna have.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think Napoli win against AC Milan. I know I'm wearing an AC Milan shirt, but I just think right now they're unstoppable, bro. The especially it's
crazy.
an Italian team. They know what they're about. It's not like they're coming and playing Man City.
The only thing that could do Napoli is the occasion.
That's true. They
That's
can get too
the
excited.
Only thing that could do Napoli. I don't think on a purely a football perspective, that AC's got the number.
They got big talent on both sides anyway. Like Rafael Leao, they got Giroud, they got Benacer, Tomori. So there's the teams are pretty balanced, but I think Napoli edge it. And the last one's what, Benfica Inter.
Yeah, I think
Benfica get through, man. I don't know. Mems, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
You've had your little intervention.
My little what?
Your little I don't know. Is that a word?
Not in this
intermission.
Intermission.
Not in
Sorry,
this
yeah.
context.
Sorry, cuz you're sick. Yeah, right, leave me hanging, cuz. All right, look at you. Go. Got one camera. The guy forgot his job.
Speaking of Tottenham Hotspurs, I know you mentioned that they're an easy club to beat. Antonio Conte went off in the media. I love it.
Love it.
That's the best
I don't
thing
think
ever.
anyone has a different opinion. We all love it.
Everyone but Tottenham hates it. Loves it. Sorry. No one really disagrees with what's happening.
But it's the same thing.
I think even some Tottenham fans would come to reality with what Antonio Conte is saying.
Yeah, but some of them would say you can't speak about players like that.
Who cares? Shut up, bro.
Your club's in shambles.
You know what I hate? How Vieira just lost his job, right? So what happens now is no one wants to blame the players. All right, and I'm not even going to get into that, but they had Mourinho, right? They had Nuno. What's his name? After Pochettino, they had Nuno. They had Jose Mourinho, who they sacked right before a final. Like before you could get any silverware, you sacked the guy that knows how to win that big game. The only guy in football that you can say.
I still think they would have beaten. Was it City that were first in that game?
I can't remember.
Or was some? No, it wasn't.
I
City.
think it was Chelsea.
I think it was Chelsea, bro.
Whatever they were versing, I reckon they would have won that game.
They would have won that game, bro. I think that because Mourinho gives you that confidence. Like other than Ancelotti, Mourinho is like the guy that can win you things. You know what I mean? In big games.
If I've got a final and I need a coach.
You're not picking Pep, no way.
No, I'm not picking Pep. I'm picking Mourinho.
Exactly.
About 3 or 4 coaches you're bringing.
And then they got rid of him. Then they got Nuno, which was the worst managerial. Come on, that was
can't blame Nuno for that.
I'm not blaming him.
Yeah, but you got to look at the trajectory of why they got Nuno. They got Nuno because they got pumped by I think was it 12 or 13 other managers they went through.
Yes, that's right.
And they all said, nah, bro, nah. Conte gave him the no, backed off.
He did.
And then Conte came back.
He waited for United, Conte. He really wanted United. He knew the big money was there. He could sign players at least, you know what I mean? But that's why I'm lost now because who do you blame?
It's
Do you blame his signings?
it's the players.
Like he brought in Perisic.
I think it's a bit of both, but
Yeah, yeah.
because there's a bit of stubbornness from Conte. Like there's players he's still picking, like your Eric Dyers. Like we know Romero's a bit of a hothead. The
Emerson
fullback,
Royale.
the Emerson Royale, until he brought in Pedro Porro.
I feel like,
Like-
Conte doesn't have conversate with his players.
I think he does. I just think he's stubborn himself, and that's not a knock on Conte because most managers in world football are stubborn.
No, of course,
Like
you have to be.
They believe in their ideas, they stick with them, and they'll go with them. Very few managers kind of take the approach. It's the same way. I always bring this up. Southgate. How many times have we sat here and slated Southgate?
All the time.
But one thing is, he's stubborn and he believes in his ways, and Conte is a lot like that. But unfortunately, things aren't working out. And I think the guy, we've said it multiple times, he's playing like he wants to be let go. And
Yeah, that's
ultimately-
exactly my point.
Yeah.
His press conferences about Richarlison saying, yeah, he was shit, which we enjoy, you know what I mean? If they're honest. But
It's not our club.
it's not our club, yeah. But if that happened at my club, I'd be like, bro, what the hell's going on? This is rubbish. I won't even blame the manager or I won't blame the player. I'll just be like, this is rubbish because what am I dealing with? Like childcare here? But like the way he does come out in his press conferences and in the way he plays games, it feels like the players don't want to play for him.
Feels like he wants to get fired.
And it feels like he just wants to sack. Like
Yeah.
I read something today saying that he's got his boat ready at Lake Como. Like he's ready to go
Oh,
home
look.
and live his life. You know
Look
what I
at
mean?
the best bit of footy they played. I think it was a month ago when Conte was away, sick.
Yeah,
They're
that.
picking up results. He wasn't there. And
See what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that might just be like a freak little.
nah.
Like a freaky little.
I'll read them things. Like, bro, you
Yeah.
see
I
those.
read
things.
into that.
Yeah, that was fucking entertaining as shit, bro. I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
It's the history of the Tottenham.
It's the- what is it with Italians and dragging Tottenham through the mud?
I don't know, bro. Chiellini just wanted to go at him.
Chiellini, Conte wants to go at him. Managers are allowed to say what they want to say. Like they're allowed to voice their opinions. They're allowed to be honest with the media, and they're allowed to give the fans an honest snapshot into what's going on behind the scenes. I don't think he did anything wrong. He might lose his job over this.
I
by the
don't
way.
think so.
You don't think so?
Reckon
I
he
think
Piers Morgan that?
economically, I don't think his contract expires in like 2 months. Realistically,
Mm.
like I know it's contracted till June, but the season ends in 2 months.
Mm.
Like whatever that portion, you're still gonna need to find someone, bring him in, unless Spurs are sitting there and thinking like we can still push a top 4 because we are in the 4. So we need to get Conte. I don't see them sacking him other than that.
Yeah.
If they can bring in someone who can get them top 4, but if my question would be like, who are they bringing now? One that's gonna bring them top 4, and who wants to come into that Spurs job?
They want Posh back.
I'll take that honestly. I think Posh is a good appointment. He played Tottenham played the best football they ever did with Posh as the manager.
Oh, I know. I get
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And them sacking him, wallah, made no sense to me.
Mm.
Like, I know they say results based, this, that, results thing, but Tottenham have never won anything. So,
It's the same team that didn't back their manager in the market, and then they get surprised when things aren't going the right way, and then they're like, "We've got to sack Poch," and they haven't
Yeah.
recovered from that sacking.
I think
Is
Conte
it-
wants to go back to Italy, wallah.
Yeah,
He just
don't-
wants to go back. He just
yeah.
doesn't care anymore.
I think sacking Mourinho was the biggest mistake of Manchester United and also the biggest mistake of
No,
Tottenham. Not sacking, not giving Mourinho the right tools and the right
Yeah, that
resources.
I'll agree with
That's
you.
one
on
of the
that
biggest
discussion.
mistakes. Yeah.
Of course, I'll have a discussion and agree with you on that one. But
Yeah.
when he got sacked, it was time for him to
Oh
go.
yeah. No. The
Whereas
timing. Yes.
With
Shaqiri?
Mourinho, I don't know if the timing. With Mourinho at Tottenham, the timing was off. Like they should have waited another week with him if they thought that was what they wanted to do.
Yeah, at least lose the
But
final.
then I think there was also that element of, what if he wins the final? We can't justify sacking him
Mm.
off a final win. But
So they sacrificed.
Bro, if he
the
wins a
transfer.
final, he won you something. So,
Yeah.
like...
yeah, like,
And I don't think it was as toxic as United.
But like I listen to someone like expressions, like X is at the point where like when I watch his videos,
He's in
like,
Dubai, bro. He ran away.
yeah, he's like,
You thought Memz was bad missing a derby?
Yeah.
X flew to Dubai.
yeah,
He's
he's like, I'm
"I'm
out here. But like you listen to him, he goes, I don't even care about top 4 anymore. Like allowed, I just want a trophy. He's at that
'Cause
stage.
What does,
Like
what
they
does he
said-
think? What does he think about the video?
I don't think he
Uh,
hasn't done a reaction. That's
Probably
the first
laughs
thing I
on
went
it,
and looked at.
But like someone said today, I can't remember what it was, but they're like, what's the point of getting top 4 if you're not gonna win anything?
Mm.
If you're not gonna
Money.
if
It's
you're not gonna
money,
go
so
and
you can just keep.
They don't
It
need
just
money.
looks good on the books. That's all it is. All they do, they rebuild a stadium.
True.
So it just looks good on the books. You get money coming in. You pay your loans off. Blah blah
so
blah.
it's no ambition.
I think they should let Kane and Song go.
Oh, definitely.
Honestly, let
I'll
them
cash in, bro.
Yeah, cash in. Let them go. Like
Because
they're good players.
Listen, right now, then they have no momentum in winning anything. We all know that they're never gonna challenge. They're not gonna challenge for Premier League the next year or two. Maybe they can chuck Arsenal. I don't know. But you might as well get your refresh going from now. You know what I mean? Like, all right, let's sell Kane because he's getting old, bro. Let's cash in now because now, or if he gets a big injury next year, we just got dead stock. We should have got rid of 2 years ago for 150 M's. That 150
this
M's.
year's the last year you can sell good Kane for good money anyway as well. So.
That's what I mean. So get rid of him now.
I'll take
United will
I'll
take him.
take
When
some.
you're an
It's a bit of a
attacker,
risk.
when you're an attacker in his position, you need the pace, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like if you're too slow, like it's done for you. It's not done for you, but you have to play a different role now. The team has to adapt to how different you have to play.
Speaking of attackers, 2 attackers are in the news this week other than Haaland. Yeah, other than Haaland.
Talk to me.
We've got Mitrovic with his red card.
Oh, Mitrovic.
We've got Mitrovic with his red card. I just saw the footage of it just then.
Big Mitro. Nah.
1 sec.
Not shoving the ref.
Guys, listen.
Obviously.
That would be, for me, I would fucking stop watching for ages. Bro, you had United, right? If United lose, they don't care. They won a thing and they're going to go for Europa. They still have something to salvage, okay? Fulham don't have anything to salvage. Maybe aiming for top 4, which is very, very hard. But that's like a step closer to what's the Wembley? Are they playing in Wembley next or is it the final?
No, the Wembley's next.
Okay, then the final is
Wembley.
Wembley again. Okay, so you're a step closer to getting a final in Wembley. You're controlling the game. I watched the highlights. I didn't really watch the game, but they were all over United. True.
Yeah, we struggled.
In the first half, especially,
Yeah, McSauce.
they could have scored a goal, and they did score a goal, and then you lose your head like that, throwing the game all away. I think the fans will be disappointed hard.
I don't think it helps when your manager's got the same thing.
Yeah.
And look, I'm one of those people who like I've complained about VAR this year, that, but like Stonewall, William knows it was a red card. Like there's no one who can have an
definitely.
argument that the William one was a red card. So then you look at it, the manager's blowing up at the ref, he gets a red card. Like the players are gonna follow suit. It's not one of those things where the players are gonna be like, oh, they're gonna see.
And we're reasonable.
They feed off that energy,
and you can
know?
see it in him as well, Marco Silva. You can see
Yeah.
that he's got that fire in him.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know
they
why.
feed off each other, and just the way he got sent off, and like for all, like fairness or like, wanting to be fair, like I will acknowledge the fact that Bruno did the same thing. I think against Liverpool, and I said, bro, that's not on. Like you can't be touching refs.
And
like
if you got
that.
a red, you would have been like,
If he got a red, I'd have been like, that's his own doing, and that's why I'm bringing that in.
and he could have got penalised for that, but
Yeah.
they never wrote it down or
But
something.
that's because it was like 5-6-0. It wasn't really a big talking point or something that people touched on. But I saw it, and that didn't sit well with me because it kind of just went into the whole game. And like when you see Mitrovic do that, like any chance that your team, like even like when Millen gets sent off and it goes to and it's just a penalty, man. All right, we make it 1-1. Against 10 men, we still got to play. And if you guys are good defensively, we still got to play.
How long was there left in the game? Was that the start of the
like
second half?
70th minute.
It was still 1-0.
Yeah, it was 1-0 in the 70th minute.
Yeah.
And then like they get the 2 reds. We go and score 2 goals in 2 minutes. That's the game done for them. Like
And
it's
you're
just
You're
irresponsible.
missing 10 men? Or
9.
9 men.
9. It
Which
was like
is-
irresponsible.
Yeah.
You know, I understand the passion and I get it, but like it's funny. And now there's a possibility that instead of just missing 3 games,
Prem.
like the FA might come hard on you. You know, to make an example out of you, because you know how the FA
It's a
likes
touchy
to,
subject, bro. It's a touchy thing to do. You touch a ref.
Yeah, man.
He bridged up to him forward.
Bro, you're like douche.
That's a Serbian in him.
That's
yeah.
the Serbian in, bro. He started
yeah.
losing it, man. But
Love it, bro. He gave us the tie. Him and William. Thank you.
it's entertaining, but it's just sad for Fulham. I feel for him.
Yeah, but let's actually talk about a striker that we all creamed over on Saturday morning.
This one's for you, my brother.
Forget about-
Alexander Isak.
Forget about the game that he just had. Just him as a player. Like, what a signing by Newcastle.
Alexander Isak.
Alexander Isak.
Surely, Eddie Howe's got to be off fraud of the week for how long it's taken him to come to the realization he's going to be playing him.
Bro, when he came on against Man City.
I got something. Eddie Howe watches the podcast too.
He
He heard
does.
Fred. He saw Fred bleeding to him.
Fred! But Fred was on sending me TikToks. He's like, let this man cook and shit.
when he came on against Man City, he cooked us. He was cooking us.
I was
until
telling you.
Bernardo
I
scored.
was like, watch
Yeah.
this guy
His
come on.
feet and then the pace.
Because at Sociedad, bro, he was like scoring always. He was just lethal. And I know, like, it's people say La Liga, this, that.
Nah, but
Because
it's
you
a
still
very
have,
technical league.
Cause
man.
you still have to
It's
score.
not Serie A.
yeah, like you still have to score goals. Yeah, right. Serie A. There's 3 teams in the Champions League. Or we can't talk.
I'm not bagging Serie A, bro. They've got like 5 teams in Europe left still.
That's
Yeah,
what I
they're all
mean,
going to
bro.
go crashing out in the next round. Trust
Okay,
me.
it could happen anyway. It can't. It's not possible.
You have one left.
And that one will knock you out of the final. I'll die, bro. Hey, that would be whoever will beat Juve. If
Anyway,
Casemiro gets a play.
Isak, this
Anyway.
is Isak's flowers.
Sorry,
time.
yes.
Sorry.
This is Isak's flowers.
Isak, man.
Actually, Eddie Howe's flowers or Isak's
No,
flowers?
not Eddie Howe. What the
I'm
hell?
calling Eddie Howe's a fraud,
70 M's. Remember when? Okay, I'll give you this example. Remember when Liverpool signed Nunes? The first game he was on the bench
Yeah.
because everyone was. I understood
Uproar.
it. I understood it. He just came, relaxed, calm down, this that. He came on and scored a goal and like we
Red
played
card.
70 M. Yeah, well, that
Don't
weird.
forget that. You
What?
got the red.
No, that was the next game.
Ah.
The first game was Fulham, the first
Yeah.
game of the season. Like, we got a player this much. Why is he on the bench? Because Isaac's been on the bench for, I don't know.
He's been injured in Eddie Howe's
Okay, I
defense
get
for a
that,
bit
but-
of that.
He could have played at least another 4 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Easily.
he should have started that game against Hughes in the.
Yep.
I
In
don't
the
know if they
final.
would have won, but yeah, he's an unbelievable talent, bro. He's very technical. He's got quick feet. He can move around.
Pace as well.
He's
man.
tall. He's quick. He's strong, and he's very like, bro. When he was on the ground, and I don't know if I can't remember what game it was. Forest. He was on the ground and he just done that little. He was
That's
like on the floor, bro.
That's
Slid
when he
the
set
ball.
up the goal or not?
Yeah, he set up
Yeah.
that second goal, the header. He's big drip for me, bro, and I think he's gonna be up there with Osimhen and Haaland conversations. If Newcastle can put it together, I don't see why not,
They
bro.
need to get people that can feed him the ball a lot more regularly. That's all.
Eddie Howe, if you're watching, man, as you always do, every episode, every week,
Subscribe, yeah.
subscribe and make sure you play Isak and Maximan together next time, please.
Nah, don't do that. I won't make
Please.
top 4, bro. But yeah, he's unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Big talent, bro.
And it's time for.
This award is for the biggest fraud. Where is the results?
Okay, you're first, mate.
I don't have one second. I just stick to my stock standard fraud of the week.
Gabriel
Did,
Jesus.
did he even play?
Give us a monologue. He didn't play. Give us one.
I don't know if you played, bro. Just score a goal or something. I got nothing, bro. I don't
So
know.
the week that he scores, you're not gonna fraud him
Yeah, no, he'll get off.
Okay.
I will take him off full time.
if he scores.
Yeah.
There you go, Gabby. I know you watch the podcast.
He definitely,
Subscribe.
He definitely does.
I can put 2 words of English
If he
together.
scores next week, he watches the podcast.
Hey, if Arsenal fans, this is a favour to you.
Hey, it's not coming. It's not coming from a good heart. It's not coming from a good heart. Trust me.
Nah,
that goal is gonna be taken away from
Nah,
another game.
Do you want me to a legitimate fraud of the week this week?
I'm
Do
still
you-
trying
do
to think, bro.
Yeah, frauds. It's hard to have frauds. You know what?
I'm gonna go with myself.
I've got one. UFC Fight Pass.
Oh yeah, you were just telling me.
Yeah, that's
happened?
my fraud of the week. So, for context, yesterday morning I woke up and decided to order the fight. Yes, I don't stream. I'm one of Dana's boys. I pay for my fights. So yeah, decided to order the fight, watch the fight, start watching the fight. Anyways, me and the missus are like, we got to do life duties and do life things. I thought I'd be back home by the time the Gaethje fight started.
Prelims.
Right,
The main
anyway,
event.
Yeah. So, anyways, we get caught up. I couldn't watch those last 2 fights. Whatever. I'm like, you know what? I'll watch it later when I get home. Get home, had to do some other stuff. Couldn't watch it. Today, after work, I'm like, all right, let me sit down. I'll watch the UFC. Turns out Fight Pass doesn't give you unrestricted access to fights anymore. It's only valid for 24 hours. So if I wanted to watch the fight again today, I had to buy it. I was like, shove it. Since when did you start doing that? That's the only reason I used to buy my fights through UFC Fight
That's
Pass. So
shambolic.
that's my fraud of the week.
That's
So
shambolic.
TK's out $60, Dana. TK's out 60.
You think you're not getting that from Dana? He'll probably make you into slap competition. Get his money's
Yeah,
worth.
get
there.
slapped.
Told me to use my Medicare card, bro, to get it back.
My fraud of the week is the FIA.
Oh, yeah.
Alonso? Yeah, for the Alonso thing. That was
Can you help me give some context?
You don't even like F1s.
Right. No, I don't not like it, but there's just so much to focus on.
Nah,
Cause
so Alonso finished third, and then they gave him a time-second penalty. So he celebrated finishing third, and then they gave him the penalty after, and then they took it took it off him and gave it to George Russell, and then they appealed it, and then they gave it back to Alonso, so Alonso finished third.
But then you went on the page after the appeal was successful, it still said Russell finished third.
Yeah.
And they uploaded a new post, and
Yeah.
I was seeing the comments, everyone's like, did he finish third or fourth? What is it?
And Russell took the trophy home, so they can't get it back.
you ruined my multi. Some blokes yelling and shit.
Yeah, that's my fraud.
My fraud of the week is myself. I watched half. As you know, I love watching Leeds. I love watching them teams. I watched till halftime, It was what 1-0 leads, I think. Went to sleep because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be a good boy. Wake up, go to the beach with my family, and on the way to the beach, I watched the UFC. Rah rah rah. Yeah, I woke up in the last 2 rounds of the Usman Edwards fight. So if I get called the casual this week, I fully accept that, and I take it on the chin, not the shoulder, the chin. But yeah, bro, I'm spewing. I missed the Prem, I missed the UFC, but I watched all the footy. So League Lads dropping tomorrow.
Thank you so much, guys. That's been episode 36 of Ajibeh's Couch. That's been TK. That's been Sui.
Hey, subscribe, man.